Some teams already failing to meet expectations. What shouldn't they do this early on?
Panic. I mean, sometimes it just happens, and sometimes it could take a winning streak. You might turn it around, a winning streak of 7 or 8 games, and the mentality in the locker room changes. The coaches maybe clue into rotations and maybe combinations of guys that all of a sudden you're feeling good about what you worked on in training camp and what you grinded through. Now you start to have some success with it. So the biggest thing is just don't panic.
And trust the plan.
Wow, I thought you might have gone process, but you did plan.
On purpose.
I like that.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking. I'm with you. I've got to think. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Irving at point with Brown to his side. They're the backcourt. Horford is out there with Tatum. And it's Hayward in at the small forward. Adams with the screen on Brown. 6 to shoot. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Irving kicks to Horford. Brown sets a screen for Horford. There's the pass to Brown. Now, here is Irving. Defense is right there. Lays it up and banks it in.
I don't know how he does it, but Kyrie does such a great job to get deep position and convert, separating himself from other point guards in the league with that finishing ability.
Right side, Westbrook. Over Irving. And that one's good. Westbrook's got his first 2 points of the night.
Working the in-between area, the kind of look that can get you into a rhythm early.
Yeah, scratching my head a little bit about how the defense is trying to play this. No one there really contesting the shot.
Yeah, and give it up for the feed from Horford. He's a playmaker, and you love having a big man show off that kind of vision.
There's a screen. Ferguson kicks to Adams. Outside Westbrook. Just 5 on the clock. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, Westbrook is at his best when he's attacking the defense, and in a 48-minute game, Kevin, he'll do it for about 48 minutes.
Outside Tatum. Horford with the screen on Patterson. Tatum passes to Horford. Picked by Horford. Here's Hayward, and it's sent back by George.
Not many guys have the two-way ability of a Paul George, just as dangerous defensively as he can be offensively.
The Thunder leading by 3. Westbrook kicks to Adams. Screen by Adams. Back to George. And stolen by Hayward. George against Tatum. That's tipped and stolen by Patterson. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Screen by Adams. George against Hayward. And that one's good. George has got 5 now.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Irving up top. He's covered by Westbrook. Brown wide open. He fires. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Brown's got his second basket of the game.
And Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
And that one's good. Westbrook.
Man, they're making everything and look confident. 5 shots, 5 makes.
Celtics trail by 4. Brown kicks to Horford. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Patrick Patterson.
And it's great to see Horford looking determined to get himself to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Had a success rate from the line last year of about 78%.
First free throw is good. And Al Horford drops them both. The Thunder, Brent, playing with such energy, but shooting, not their strong suit.
No, one of the lower three-point percentages in the league as a team. The free throw line also last year really weird. A big-time struggle for guys who had career low years from the free throw stripe. So tough to win big in today's game if you're not hitting threes and then not hitting the freebies.
Brown, the pass to Horford. There's the dish to Irving. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
How about the body control that time of Kyrie Irving? Absorbs the contact, stays focused, not going to be denied down there.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Terrific form at the line throughout last season. 89% on the year.
One shot.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
And not much of a surprise there. Kyrie, one of the better free throw shooters in the game, and so hard to guard without fouling.
Here's Westbrook, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Russell Westbrook, passionate about the game of basketball, Brent, we know that, but fashion among his foremost interests outside the game.
Yeah, the honor the gift fashion line, which, you know, Kevin, you and I don't think we have much in our closets from that, but got to respect it. Fearless, not only on the court, but off the court in some of the attire that Russell Westbrook brings to the game.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook.
Just how fierce a competitor Russell Westbrook is. He just lays it all out there on the line every single night.
The Celtics have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Tatum with it, guarded now by Patrick Patterson. To the inside, Brown. Thunder with the rebound. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston.
Yeah, and a bit of a revenge game for them as they were swept in the 2-game season series from last year.
And this one of the few opponents who really stuck it to them during what was an otherwise excellent season for them. You're right, they've got to have revenge on their minds tonight.
George against Hayward. Shot clock at 5. And it's George missing. Boston trailing. Outside Tatum. He kicks it to Irving. Pass to Horford. Brown with a screen on Adams. Back to Irving. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Horford's got 3 assists tonight.
I know Kyrie is not the biggest guy on the floor, but he is built to take that kind of contact.
Pass to Patterson. Patterson a screen on Hayward. George, no good.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Westbrook kicks to Patterson. Passes it to George. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Well, that great body control there. George, tremendous athlete, takes the hit, and he makes that one count.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Grant comes in for Patrick Patterson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Terrence Ferguson. The Celtics also changing it up. Marcus Morris is checked in for Jason Tatum. Smart comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Brown. Smart puts the pick in for Morris. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Morris has got his first points of the game.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
Here's George. Makes it off the glass. George has got it all tied up now for the Thunder.
And this quarter has been all about him. You feel every shot he's going to take is going in.
Morris a screen. Irving attacking, and Adams sends it back.
Adams is a decent shot blocker, but relies on his position mostly, that time in the right spot.
Morris with the block. George against Smart. Kicks it to Horford. Takes a three. It's hauled in by Paul George. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Here's Schroeder, and it's sent back by Horford.
Not in here. Just can't throw stuff up like that around Horford. He sends that one right back.
Irving dishes to Horford. Here's the screen. The pass to Smart. On the wing, Morris. Smart with this screen on Grant. Here's Morris. And the shot is long. The Thunder with the lead. Outside, George. He kicks it to Grant. Westbrook passes to George. Back to Westbrook. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. That's 10 points for Russell Westbrook.
Just don't touch him right now, okay? You're going to burn yourself. The guy is on fire.
Pass to Smart. Irving against Schroeder. Nice ball movement by Boston. Now here's Smart. Looking for his first basket still in this one. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. A different look for Oklahoma City. Noel's checked in for Adams. And Alex Abrinas subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for the Celtics. And stolen by Noel. Here's Abrinas, guarded by Smart. Noel sets a screen for George. Off target from three-point range. Celtics trail by 4. Here's Morris, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Morris has got his second bucket tonight. Rozier against Schroeder. And Noel kicks to George from 12 feet out. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. Billy Donovan has faced a tough job in Oklahoma City, Brent. Star players leaving town, some even criticizing him after they left.
The circumstances of Billy Donovan moving off of what he did at the University of Florida and making that a powerhouse Division I basketball program. It's been very interesting to have Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant to begin your career, and then pushing that team to almost beating the Golden State Warriors, losing in a Game 7 to losing Kevin Durant. Billy Donovan's seen a lot in the early part of his career. The hopes is that he continues to grow and learn. Really happy with the hire of Billy Donovan and what he brings to the table in terms of his basketball acumen.
There's 1:54 left in the first quarter. Shot clock at 6. There's a screen.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
This is where you got to put a body on the guy. His will is incredible down on the interior, fighting and clawing for every rebound.
Puts up a 3. And Baines pulls it down. Celtics trail by 4. Here's Morris. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. And it's 6 points for Marcus Morris.
And you see the body control. Morris taking the hit there, but still able to complete the play.
Noel sets a screen for George. Schroeder against Rozier. Schroeder passes to Abrinas. Again, Oklahoma City.
And already you're seeing great execution from both teams.
Yeah, lots of points early, and the game plans on both sides, at least offensively, working to perfection.
Fades back. Horford gets the bucket.
You really cannot afford Horford any open space from the mid-range.
George with the screen on Rozier. Schroeder kicks to Noel. He dishes it to George. Over Morris. That one off the back iron and out. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. The three. Here's Rozier. It's stolen by Schroeder. Nobody near George. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away. George has got 14 points.
Well, Paul George just felt out the defense there, and because they weren't close, he could just pull up.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Oklahoma. Pointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And for the Thunder guys, what stands out to you so far?
Aggressive defense in that first period. They forced several miscues.
But you just start to wonder, how did we get to this score at the end of one? I think those steals really established momentum in their favor.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Oklahoma City right now, the forwards, George and Grant. Then it's Noel. Then there's Felton. And it's Abrinas in at the shooting guard position. George against Morris. They set the pick. They get a hand on it. Paul George with the steal. Felton kicks to George. Off target from three-point range. Celtics trail by 6. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, since the rise of the Warriors, we've seen a fair amount of soul-searching by the league's other contenders. There is incredible pressure to shake things up. Now, sometimes it can elevate a team, but we have often seen it also can tear a team apart.
It can be fragile for sure. David, thank you so much. Felton dishes to George. Back to Felton. Noel sets a screen for Felton. 3 on the clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. No good from Grant.
I like the defensive effort. They did a good job altering the mid-range shot and then making the shooter feel a bit uneasy.
And Jeremy Grant, great genes for the game, Greg. Father was Harvey, uncle was Horace, both NBA players and stars. His brother Jarian also in the association.
Yeah, and Jeremy might be the best athletically of them all. I mean, 6'8" with that 7'3" wingspan, great bounce. If he can develop his skill to match, he'll have a long and prosperous NBA career.
To the inside, Baines. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Baines has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, passing is something he does very well, especially when it comes to leading his man to the right spot.
And it's good off the glass. 18 points for George.
Well, you can depend on Paul George to shoulder some of this offensive load. There are times where this team can turn over the reins to him, and he capitalizes that time.
Outside, Smart. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
Just like to see the defensive effort get better for their ball club. They can't expect guys to miss the mid-range Jays every time.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Felton. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Thunder.
And they've pretty much ignored the corner three tonight. It's a useful shot to have. It really forces the D out wide and opens things up in the middle.
Smart passes to Morris. Pulls it from the elbow. And the shot goes in. Morris has got 8 points.
Yeah, gains separation by just working off the screen. Morris been around the block enough times to know all the angles.
Screen by Grant. Felton attacking. Again, Oklahoma City.
I give some credit to the screen out there. That totally freed up the shooter to take advantage of that look.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. Last season, Brent, the addition of two-way contracts. Does that make
the affiliation in the G League? You saw a success story last year in Quinn Cook coming up and getting a contract with the Warriors. This is awesome for the league. They've also upped the minimum contract for G League players to $35,000. All of these signs and the way that teams are using the G League, extremely positive, Kevin.
Irving against Felton. The three. Yep, it goes, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Hayward.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
For Oklahoma City, they have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. The first one falls. He's perfect from the line this time. Celtics trail by 5. There's the screen. Pass to Tatum. Hayward outside. To the paint. Here's Irving.
And the confidence Irving plays with is really admirable. You can tell he feels like no one can guard him.
Boston shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Shooting 2.
Free throw, good, Irving. And so Irving nails both of them.
Well, they depend on him to score, and that doesn't mean just from the field. Sometimes it comes from the charity stripe.
Felton kicks to Westbrook. Screen by Adams. They set the pick. Over to the wing. Lots of room. Ferguson's shot is good. And the Thunder lead by 5.
Well, Westbrook draws so much attention, so takes advantage there, finds a teammate.
Passes it to Hayward. Shot off the pick. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Oklahoma City leading by 5. Outside, Felton. Patterson a screen on Irving. Felton dishes to Westbrook. Screen by Adams. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Westbrook missing.
Wow, just in shock that he missed that layup. Not a lot of defense there.
They set the pick. Here's Brown, and Brown throws it down hard.
And just awesome speed from Brown, blasting off towards the bucket and slamming it down.
Felton against Irving. Adams with the screen on Brown. Felton sets a screen for Westbrook. The feed now to Adams, and Adams with the slam.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
The screen from Brown. Irving passes to Tatum. Here's Baines. Adams defending, and it's Baines missing.
Those are the types of looks that you got to finish deep in the paint and limited defensive effort.
Adams' shot is good. Now it's a 7-point Oklahoma City lead.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Felton against Irving. There's the pick. Hayward. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Steven Adams picks one up. And seeing Gordon Hayward out there, you have to be glad that he was able to recover the way he has from that devastating injury on opening night last season.
And I remember your call of the moment, Kevin. The whole NBA world just was shocked on that opening night. As bad as it looked, it seemed to be clean enough to where Hayward won't have any lasting issues with it. The rehab obviously wasn't easy, and I'm sure Hayward is just thankful that he's been able to come back completely from that injury.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Oklahoma City. He hits the second from the line. Here's Westbrook. 10 points for him. Shoots the three. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Irving kicks to Hayward. The pass to Baines. Brown dishes to Irving. Back to Brown. 6 to shoot. They set the screen. Boston needs to get off a shot. Irving misses.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Schroeder against Irving. Schroeder passes to Patterson. Poked loose and stolen by Tatum. Inside. Yep, it goes, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Irving.
And the skills of Brown, not just a super athlete, but a tremendous floor general as well.
Screen by Adams. Patterson a screen on Irving. Here's Schroeder. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It goes on Jason Tatum.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Yeah, it's funny how you see so many picks, but this one sets up the defense well. No one rotates over. Bang.
That's good from Schroeder. Brent, we've got great dunkers now, but you played at a time when there was sensation.
Pretty unanimous that Vince Carter still holds the title.
Celtics trail by 10. On the wing, Irving. He's guarded by Schroeder. There's the pick. Brown outside. Just 5 to shoot. The 17-footer. The shot's good from Gordon Hayward. Hayward's got 6.
And maybe a little disengaged in the first quarter. Ball didn't come his way. He's really provided some scoring in the second quarter of action.
Screen by Adams. Brown against Westbrook. Out left to the wing. Here's Ferguson. And it's Schroeder in the corner. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Now you could just tell in his gait and in the look on his face, he's in a great rhythm after a terrific first quarter. He is feeling it here in the second.
Brown with it. Westbrook picks him up. Hayward a screen on Adams. Tatum kicks to Baines. Irving against Schroeder. Baseline jumper. Straight D that time from Dennis Schroeder. The Thunder leading by 11. Down low. Here's Ferguson. Defended by Hayward. Schroeder against Irving. Schroeder passes to Ferguson. Oklahoma City keeping it alive with the new 24-second shot clock.
You know, a big guy with a motor is such a luxury in this league. Adams right there showing up big on the offensive glass, and then he converts.
The kick out to Irving. Russell Westbrook with the rebound.
Now you got to fight through things like this right now. His team needs him to shoot better. He's just had a tough quarter.
Double team on Westbrook. Pass to Patterson. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 5 assists in the game. Celtics trail by 15. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure. I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Noel's checked in for Oklahoma City. Paul George comes in for Terrence Ferguson. Al Horford, he's checked in for Boston. .122 left to play here in the second quarter. Horford sets a screen for Hayward. Paul George with the steal. Oh, and here comes Schroeder all alone. And a look now at the Boston Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Saturday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Detroit Pistons. Then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And looking at the Bucks matchup, they won't have much room for error in that one. A team like this will punish mistakes, but I could see them walking away with this one.
First one falls for.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
And the Thunder with some changes. Jeremy Grant comes in for Steven Adams, and Alex Abrinas subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Then for the Celtics, Morris is checked in for Hayward. Smart comes in for Brown. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And Dennis Schroeder, a.k.a. Dennis the Menace, remember, coming over from Germany, has been a great slasher and an attack point guard who likes to get around the rim and challenge some bigger defenders.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
There's 53 seconds left to play in the first half. Outside for George. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. And that's 21 points for Paul George.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Outside, Smart. Tatum with it. George picks him up. Picked by Horford. George against Tatum. George with the defensive effort.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
You know, sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, on the defensive end, this is a joke. The lack of awareness is exactly why this team is so far behind.
Here's Horford. He got it up in time. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. It's been one outstanding game from George.
And how disruptive was he in that first half? I mean, creating havoc, causing turnovers, and really energizing his team.
So many times we talk about offensive players being in a great rhythm. Well, right now, defensively, he's in one. Great anticipation and reading those passing lanes.
Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Filling out the wings, it's Brown and Hayward. Tatum out there with Horford, and it's Irving in at the 1.
2.
That free throw good from Hayward. Hayward hits them both. Oklahoma City leading by 18. Outside Westbrook. Over Irving. Westbrook, no good. Boston shooting at 51%. Really solid. Tatum bats for 2. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Tatum's got his first points of the game.
And how about the decision-making by Tatum there? I mean, fantastic at just having a feel for what the defense is going to do and then creating the space there for the jumper. Well, you think back to a time when people wondered if Westbrook was too aggressive playing with KD. They said Russ was taking too many shots. No questions anymore. Westbrook is the man in OKC.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And did he lay an egg at the stripe in their previous game? Couldn't get anything to drop.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. And for Westbrook, winning the MVP and averaging a triple-double for an entire season, Greg, how much does he have left to prove?
Well, it's all about winning. We know Russ can take over a game. We know he can make his teammates better. How much better and how far they get in the playoffs, that's the real question.
Celtics trail by 17. Irving kicks to Horford. There's the screen. Pass to Tatum. Hayward on the wing. Tatum setting the pick for Hayward. And George gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal foul.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. The Thunder leading by 17. Outside Westbrook. That one doesn't drop. Some solid defense there from Irving. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Hayward against George. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
And his versatility on offense is so spectacular. He always finds ways to help put points up on the board.
Oklahoma City's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Baseline try. Misses off the left iron.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3. No doubt disappointed with that one. He'd love to have that one back.
Yeah, I'd put that play on repeat. The setup was perfect. Just need a better result next time.
And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here.
And looking now at some numbers for Steven Adams. Last year, getting it done. 4th in field goal percentage. And he did his share on the glass, battled his way into the top 15 in rebounds per game.
And yeah, he's one of the most efficient scorers in the league for sure. Moves without the ball, avoids taking the bad shots. That's why he was top 5 in field goal percentage last year. Clock at 6. Patterson a screen on Irving. Goes up on the high post.
Yeah, maybe the halftime cut into some of that rhythm they had in the first half. So far, 0 for 4 to start the second half.
Celtics trail by 14. Picked by Horford. Irving kicks to Hayward. Horford sets a screen for Hayward. Back to Irving. Picked by Horford. Irving using the pick, and he hits the jump shot. Irving's got 13.
You don't want to give Kyrie too much space. An inch, that might be too much.
Pass to Ferguson. Westbrook against Irving. Left side, Westbrook. Outside, George. Over Hayward. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Good on the shot. Tatum's got his second bucket of the night.
How about this run they're in the midst of, on the verge of tying it up or maybe even taking the lead?
The aggressiveness has picked up on both sides of the floor, and I'm not sure what took them so long to muster that, but here we are.
Westbrook wide open. He fires. The shot's good on the assist by George.
To attack the offensive glass and then convert those into second chance buckets. I mean, no one did it better.
And Paul George has made it a goal to win Defensive Player of the Year.
I mean, he's got tremendous length and quickness, but really his pride at that end of the floor might matter even more. He just takes great pride in being a complete player.
And that one falls for Tatum.
And it's about the versatility that Tatum offers, particularly offensively. He can guard and play multiple positions on the floor.
Good on both.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
The Thunder leading by 11. Westbrook dishes to Felton. It's stolen by Brown. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. That cuts the lead to single digits. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
And you can sense things now starting to tighten up. Their offense has become unstoppable.
Right, big scoring run fueled by great game planning and really some great shot making.
Patterson, the screen. 5 on the clock. Releases. And Horford pulls it down. Horford's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Shot by Brown, and it's Boston with another.
And how about that floor awareness there from Tatum? It does a good job of scanning the court and getting the ball to the open man.
George against Hayward, and the call will be against Al Horford. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, Boston. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Brown against Westbrook. It's Brown on the wing. He's got 11. He's off on that one, and it's Oklahoma City the other way. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. And that'll be the third of the 4 straight at home. Here's Patterson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Thunder lead by 9.
Well, Patterson usually on the perimeter. This time down on the inside, doing a little bit of damage.
Picked by Horford. And the pass to Irving. No good on the 3. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Oklahoma City moving it around, and the dunk by Westbrook.
Yeah, how many times have we seen Westbrook way up like that with the poster shot? He's just doing what simply other people cannot.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Picked by Horford. On its way from Irving for 2. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
And you could try to key.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Horford. Marcus Morris comes in for Tatum. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Brown. Outside, Felton. Back to Westbrook. Over Smart. Westbrook with the bucket. Westbrook's got 21 in the game.
It might sound strange, Kevin, but you can gain more confidence in your ball handling. That's on display right now from Westbrook. He could just get his shot anywhere on the court he wants it.
George against Hayward. Out to Morris. Stolen by Grant. Now here's Westbrook. Defense is right there. Good work defensively by Morris. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. The shot's good from Gordon Hayward.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Felton the pass to Adams. Westbrook against Smart. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Aaron Baines. That'll be his second foul of the game. A different look for Oklahoma City. Nerlens Noel checks in for Adams. Alex Abrinas comes in for Russell Westbrook. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Raymond Felton. Celtics also with a sub. Terry Rozier's checked in for Kyrie Irving. Noel, a screen on Morris. 6 to shoot. Grant dishes to Noel. Here's Schroeder. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Schroeder's got 14 points for the game.
He's such a strong offensive player. Schroeder is capable of knocking down some mid-range shots if you give him some room.
And here is Rozier. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Smart passes to Baines. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
That's a gorgeous assist. Outstanding at finding his guys in the spots where they want the basketball.
Schroeder kicks to George. Over Hayward. And Hayward with the block. Pass to Rozier. That one's not going to go. Great D that time from Dennis Schroeder. George passes to Schroeder. Grant outside. Floats one, and that's 2 points on the layup. Grant's got his second basket of the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Rozier kicks to Hayward. There's the pick. In the corner, Smart with it. Puts it up from 15. And it's Noel with the rebound. The Thunder leading by 11. The three from George. Buries it from three-point range. George has got 24.
Like how Paul George right now is reading the defense like a Sunday paper, has a good feel as to when to fire from distance.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it.
You can see the confidence growing, and I don't think he'll slow down anytime soon.
Rozier against Schroeder. Off the screen, and the basket by Rozier.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, it is the era of positionless basketball, but how exactly did we get here? Well, new defensive rules at the turn of the century encouraged face-up scoring, motion-based offense, and guard play over isolation and post-ups. As a result, offensive roles have become more interchangeable.
It has become a positionless game now. David, thank you very much. George passes to Grant from the arc. The rebound by the Celtics.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Hayward can't hit.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Abrines' shot is off. Celtics trail by 12. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Hayward from down in the low post. It goes. Hayward's got 15.
And his teammates have to step up just a little bit more. He's been lights out. Needs a bit more support.
Schroeder kicks to Noel. Outside, George. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Celtic shooting in the third quarter has been brilliant, up around 58%. A minute 20 left in the third quarter. There's the pick. Pass to Morris. Now Smart. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Well, the defense was right up on him, so electing to go for the fadeaway there to create some room, well, that makes sense. Great timing there. Paul George rising up, collecting the ball, and throwing it down.
Celtics trail by 12. Now Rozier. In the corner, it's Morris. Back to Rozier. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by George. Oklahoma City leading by 12. Here's Schroeder. Tries again. And Noel lays it up and in. Noel's got his first points of the night.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
Well, that's the second part of the equation there. Block out, be aggressive, and control the glass.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Shot off the pick by Hayward. That's not going to drop for him. 5 of 9 with that miss. Schroeder kicks to Abrinas. Kicks it out to Schroeder. From deep. It doesn't go for him. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Oklahoma City leading by 14. The 4 and the 5 are Grant and Noel. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Ferguson, and it's George in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
Yeah, Paul George on the inside, comfortable knowing where he can get to, just tries to find a sliver of room in order to get that shot off.
Smart kicks to Tatum, and stolen by Noel. Schroeder against Rozier. Grant outside. To the paint, and the dunk by Grant.
That is a good option. You could throw that ball just about anywhere, even the top of the square. Jeremy Grant ripping one off.
Outside Tatum. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Schroeder passes to Grant. And here's George for 3. That one, no good. And the Celtics going the other way now. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for the Celtics.
First free throw is good. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Jeremy Grant. The Celtics also with a sub. Brown's checked in. And he makes both free throws. Schroeder with the ball. Kicks to Adams. Oklahoma City moving it around. Screen by Adams. Back to George. Drops in the tray. George has got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, he's got a baton in the right hand as he's orchestrating what's going on. A maestro, if you will.
Tatum dishes to Brown. Passes it to Rozier. Just 5 on the clock. At the top of the key, Horford shoots over Adams. Horford's shot is good.
The defense certainly makes its presence felt, but Horford's so talented, he calmly rises up and buries the jumper over them. That's easy.
And George with the stuff.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
There's a screen. Picked by Horford. Inside, Brown. Tatum trying to break free. And it's Brown missing. The Thunder leading by 17. Now the pass to Schroeder. Here's George. Rebound Boston. Rozier's got his 3rd rebound on the night. From outside the arc, gets the 3-pointer to fall.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Schroeder kicks to Adams. Pass to George. And count it. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
For the Thunder, Patterson, he's checked in for Noel. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. The Celtics also with a sub. Kyrie Irving, he's checked in for Terry Rozier.
One shot.
Certain guys can play within themselves and still dominate. You played along one of the best that you saw up close in Tim Duncan.
But one of the things I think about with Tim is how many numbers he left on the board, Kevin. The way that Coach Popovich played him, minimal minutes, touches when needed most, where Tim usually came through, but how much more dominant he truly could have been.
And he didn't care about numbers, did he?
Not at all. He cared about one number, and that's putting W's on the board. But how many more things Tim Duncan would have led categorically in the history of the NBA at the power forward position, but overall, the numbers would have been staggering.
Irving against Westbrook. Irving passes to Horford. Shoots over Adams. Horford no luck. The Thunder leading by 17. Outside Westbrook. Inside. And it's George finishing it off.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
Drops in the breakaway layup. George has got 42 in the game.
And showing a good nose for the ball there. Picks it clean, and he's off to the races.
And a good decision on the move. Too often we see teams have this kind of opportunity and fail to convert.
You can't let Irving get comfortable in that pick and roll. Superb at knowing when to shoot in those situations.
Pass to Patterson. Here's Ferguson. Screen by Adams. Shoots from the baseline. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 10 rebounds. Irving kicks to Tatum. We love the sneakers these players wear. Now so many different styles. A lot of different signature shoes out there.
I'm not really a sneakerhead myself, Kevin. I didn't really fall down that rabbit hole, but I know some guys in the league, and we've seen photos of their closets at home filled with
hundreds.
Not hundreds. I've seen guys pushing thousands of pairs of shoes. Now that is dedication.
Worth a lot of money.
No doubt about it. And some of the guys, Kevin, don those specialty sneakers in big-time games. And the one guy that comes to mind for me is P.J. Tucker. Lots of play from P.J. Tucker about some of the things that he strapped on last year during the final.
That one goes. Count it.
This is great to see him take over in stretches like this, coming alive at just the right time.
Irving kicks to Tatum. They set the pick. Horford with a screen on Patterson. Back to Irving. And again, Boston with the triple.
Such a remarkable scorer. Kyrie has such a quick trigger. The D has no chance there.
Westbrook against Irving. Passes it to Adams. In the corner, George with it. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Irving dishes to Brown. In the corner, Smart with it. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists now in this one.
A little tit-for-tat action going on the back-to-back trades.
Yeah, a little gamesmanship from range could force both defenses to maybe extend out a little further.
Westbrook kicks to George. And again.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Boston's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. Irving passes to Brown. The league and players union, Brent, both have expressed supporting guys who express their views and social concerns. You like that?
Oh, I think it's amazing the way the league has backed some of the avenues with which players have used their voices.
Embraced.
Well, extending well beyond just saying things, Kevin, because we know actions speak louder than words, and there are so many guys around our league that do important philanthropic work. But the fact that the league supports all of those things, the fact that you see Adam Silver show up at some of these events, or that there's press releases from the league office about some of the things guys are doing, there's amazing cohesion when it comes to the league and its players, because they understand that everything that they're doing has such a significant impact in the communities in which they live in and around the game with which we all love.
Well said. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Smart. And the second free throw, good.
And the vertical that Brown has is pretty impressive, as relentless a finisher as you'll find in our league.
Westbrook a screen on Brown. Ferguson kicks to Adams. Here's Westbrook. Again, the Thunder score.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
The Celtics have gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth, 8 of 12. Tatum on the wing. Patterson defending. Irving against Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. Shot, high post. And it comes off the front of the rim.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Hayward against George. And there's the pass to Patterson. He kicks it to Westbrook. Over Irving. Westbrook, no good. Boston's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Good on the three-point shot. Tatum's got 15 points in just the second half. Ferguson, the pass to Adams. They are now showing NBA games in virtual reality. You and I have actually seen some examples of that. They can recreate almost any angle. Have you gotten a headset?
I haven't gotten a headset, Kevin, but I have watched it. You and I have talked about it several times.
Many times.
It's an amazing experience, and it will only get better. But I really think about if I was a kid growing up in Germany or Italy, and I had an opportunity to pull on a pair of goggles and to watch the game's greatest players from a seat at half court or the cameras that they set up underneath.
Boston's gotten in the groove from three-point range. They are 4 for 4 since the third quarter ended. And slam dunk by Tatum.
And Horford really showing off his slick passing with that dime.
Oklahoma City leading by 21. Westbrook kicks to George. Pass to Patterson. Here's Adams. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Commending the unselfish play there. What vision on that pass.
Irving against Westbrook. Puts up a 3. Horford, no luck. Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Pass to Westbrook. Now Patterson. Covered by Irving. George against Hayward. 5 to shoot. Here's Adams. The kick out to Westbrook from past the arc. The shot misses. Some solid defense there from Irving. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
Feels like he's taking nothing but shots he knows he's going to knock down. Kyrie playing sharp here.
And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Noel's checked in for Adams. Grant comes in for George. Abrinas is checked in for Terrence Ferguson. That's Felton in for Russell Westbrook. Then for the Celtics, Daniel Tice is checked in for Horford. Morris comes in for Jason Tatum. And it's Rozier in for Gordon Hayward. There's a screen by Noel. Felton kicks to Abrinas. No good on the 3. Celtics trail by 20.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Oklahoma City.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Paul George.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Irving attacking. Over in the corner, Brown. There's the pick. Shot off the pick. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
And love how assured Brown looks taking these shots. His mid-range game is on point when he's squaring up like that.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. They poured it on tonight.